What are we making today, Karen?
I'm going to make a topping for our steak that Dave's going to cook, and he's going to show you how he makes a really good steak. And it's going to be mushrooms with balsamic vinegar and root beer. You heard me right. We're Dave and Karen from Watts on Wheels, and we sold our sticks and bricks to RV full-time now that we are retired. We travel with our heavy-duty truck Leroy, our 2 K&N motorcycles, our DRV Dixie, and our smart car Zippy. Don't forget to subscribe and click on that bell to be notified when we post a new video. So you need 8 ounces of white mushrooms, which I chop up myself, 3 tablespoons of butter, salt and pepper to taste, and I'm starting out with 1/3 cup of balsamic vinegar, and then I'm going to be adding some Diet A&W root beer. You can use regular. It might even be better with regular because the sugar will help thicken it up a little bit. We like seasoned salt and garlic powder on our steak, so I put it on both sides. Hey Dave, give us the tips on how you make a steak. You always seem to cook it perfectly.
Well, tips to a good steak is number one, a good steak. Yeah, you go out and you buy a nice cut of meat.
And we prefer ribeye. Just one?
Just one. Normally, Karen and I can split that down the middle and still have some leftovers.
Yeah. We like it nice and thick, so...
Yeah, about an inch, inch and a quarter thick comes in handy. And what you do is, I always give it a look-see. And I'm judging this one probably at about 6 minutes, 6 to 8 minutes, tops.
So like 3 and 3?
I go 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, only 2 minutes aside. Don't want to go 3 on one side because the heat builds up too much on one side of the steak, and then when you flip it, it's still penetrating down. So a lot of times you end up with a overcooked steak.
And you usually put pretty crisscrosses on it too.
Oh, you gotta have the pretty crisscrosses.
And you gotta have it at room temperature.
Room temperature to start.
And you never cut it when you're cooking it to look at it.
No. If you're cutting,
you're letting all the good stuff out.
You're gonna screw it. Yeah, you're gonna let all the good stuff out. And when you bring it back in, you let it rest for a minute, 2 minutes.
And what temperature do you cook it at?
I cook it on high on the grill. This grill's normally about 500 degrees.
Okay.
But the one at home goes up to about 7. So.
The hotter the better.
Hotter the better.
Is it like going to be medium rare?
Oh, it's going to be medium rare.
Yeah, we're medium rare people.
Yeah, nice and pink on the inside.
So I'm going to start this by melting my 3 tablespoons of butter. And I'm going to throw my mushrooms in. Put some salt and pepper on there. And get those good and wet from the butter. Got this cooking on about medium, medium high. After I get the butter down there, I'm going to put it on about medium. And then I'm going to put my balsamic vinegar in there. Stir that around, and that'll cook down and get a little thick. I'm going to put a lid on it. Now I'm just going to let that cook for probably 3 minutes or so before I put my root beer in.
See, then you got to flip it so the crisscrosses cross.
Oh. So it's been about 3 minutes. Now I'm going to put 1/3 cup of root beer in here. And I'm going to leave it uncovered because I want it to start to cook down. I'm going to turn it back up a little bit because I want this to start boiling so it reduce. Okay, so now you can see this is kind of thickened up a little bit and it's rendered down and ready to go on top of the steak. Oh, here comes the master chef. So I'll let it sit for a couple minutes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look at that steak. Perfectly done.
120.9 degrees.
Whoa.
Look at that.
Nicely done.
Look at that piece. Perfect. Then you grab a shroom, you put the shroom on there. Watch on wheels. Ow.
Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please give us a thumbs up. We'd love to hear from you in the comments below, even if it's just to say hi. Don't forget to subscribe.